Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to do an all signs for the full moon in Aquarius that is on August 19th. So we're first just going to do the main message of this particular moon and what that means on a collective sense. And then we're going to go ahead and get into our readings. So we're going to start with Leo, since it is Leo season, and then just go through the 12 zodiac signs. So you may listen to the message of the full moon that I'll present after this, or you may look at the description of this video to see a timestamp for the astrological sign that you are looking for this particular full moon on August 19th. All right. So let's first start with, have some notes in front of me. I'm just detailing some things to kind of discuss about this full moon energy. So the full moon this time, this full moon is in the sign of Aquarius, okay? And when we talk about full moons, the general concept of them is like, it is identifying what we need to release. So the good thing about following a moon cycle is, let's say the new moon, for instance, on a spiritual level, this is a really good time to really like set the intention for what you want to do for this incoming cycle. So the new moon on a collective level was in the sign of Leo, since we were in Leo season. I think that was on, I want to say like August 4th, right, was the new moon. And so our collective message for that new moon was Leo themed, right? So this is all about our radical self-love, building our confidence, right? It's not always easy to show that you love yourself without being seen as like vain or narcissistic in some way. But that particular new moon was really highlighting that and the beauty of that, right? Being your own best cheerleader, right, so to speak, right, for that new moon intention. So we've gone through the cycle and now we're on the full moon part of it. And the full moon is all about that release, right? It's all about getting rid of like low vibrational energy of the particular season that we're in, right? So when we're in an astrological, we're a zodiac season, so we're in Leo season right now. The full moon typically is in opposition, right? So that full moon is going to be the opposing pair, which is the sign of Aquarius. So it's almost like this full moon is like this blending of energy, right? And so when we talk about Aquarius energy, this is all about embracing your individuality. It's Aquarius's highest calling is really just respecting the individual, right? So respecting the individual to the point and understanding the importance that the individual plays on the collective, right? And how important each individual character is, right? And for like this unification, right? Because that's what Aquarian energy is all about. It's rebellious energy, but it's also energy that's very unifying. It's very humanitarian in its nature. So so when we're blending these energies of Leo and Aquarius, right, these are very like self-expressive energies, right, collectively. So I think that the point of this particular full moon is all about this tug of war between this societal programming, like how much of the societal programming are we internalizing and living our lives under versus how much of this are we like self-loving ourselves to the degree that we are able to live in our authenticity, right? Which is what Aquarius really is all about, right? Aquarius is about being authentic. It's about like being weird even, right? But it's just about being uniquely yourself, right? And living in that truth of who you actually are. So this full moon really helps to not just recognize, but really release some of these lower manifestations of both of those energies, right? And so the Leo energy, which is the sun energy, is in the negative part of that. If we're talking about the low vibrational energy that we want to release, that is being egotistical, is being arrogant, is being self-centered, vanity, so to speak, prideful, being like a little too self-indulgent, right, when it's in its lower manifestations. So we want to release that energy. And on the flip side, we also want to release the low vibrational energy of the Aquarian energy. And that energy is very judgmental. It's very blamey, right? It categorizes to an extent where it's it's us versus them, it's these people versus that, right? And so that's not the whole point of the Aquarian energy. The Aquarian energy is meant to unify, right? And to respect those differences, and to promote equality in that sense, okay? So it's that blending of those energies, right? And full moons are all about releasing the lower aspect of being, like, that's the theme, right? So that's the collective theme of what we are undergoing, and that we should be conscious of around this particular time. So that's the message of this particular full moon in this sign, okay? So with that being said, that was the main message, okay? Let's go ahead and get into our readings. So we're going to start with the sign of Leo first, but let me just go ahead and introduce the decks that we're going to be using. So the message of this full moon, or the question that we really want to ask, is what do we need to release? That is the point of the full moon energy, okay? So I'm going to pull one card from the Moonology Oracle, okay? And this is going to be your full moon message for this sign. And we are looking through each sign, what they need to release. And then we're going to just get a little bit more information. We're going to tap into some tarot, and we are using the New Era Elements Tarot. I thought this was a very fitting deck, particularly for, like, it's like that new era. It seems very like Aquarian in nature, right? Very humanitarian, a lot of great people pieces, or caricatures, I should say. Caricatures is maybe not the word, right? Portraits, I think, is what we want to say. Very beautiful portraits of diversity, of humanity that are in these cards. So I thought, theme-wise, it would be a great deck to pull from, okay? So let's go ahead and just set the intention. My name is Tifa, I do tarot, and the intention is we are looking at what you need to release, okay? So we'll start with Leo and go through the zodiac, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Leo, your reading starts at 7. Leo, let's go ahead and see, what does Leo need to release for this full moon season? What does Leo need to release? What are the messages for Leo for this new moon? Show me the messages for Leo. All right. So it looks like you got 2 messages. Okay. So your 2 messages that you've got is hold your vision. This is fixed moon energy, okay? So when we talk about a fixed moon, the fixed moon looks like, I believe that the moon changes phases signs every 2 days, right? But the phases are always changing. So when we talk about a fixed moon, the fixed moon has such a very low degree of illumination or change, right? In its appearance, that it's called a fixed moon, right? It appears as if it is just in one particular state. So, but that fixed energy is all about really holding your vision, staying on target with your commitments, your goals, your dedication, really thinking about what you find important and don't get distracted from that. Your second message is to surrender to the divine, all right? And this is full moon energy. And full moon energy is all about it is absolutely surrendering. That's really what it means to release, right? It's to let go of that. And to let go of any preconceived notions of how you're supposed to be, and just allow yourself to be in that moment, okay? So let's go ahead and just clarify what are some possible, what this could, just more information, right? So just clarifying this with more information. Okay, so hold your vision and surrender to the divine. What additional messages do we have for Leo? Okay, so Leo, you need to surrender. Okay. You need to surrender bad habits. I feel like this came up in your general monthly also, okay? Because you've got the devil here, and I feel like if there's something that you need to put an end to, and I think it's been something, because the thing about, it's been something that's been permeating in your mind. You've been very presently in this energy of understanding and knowing what you need to release, okay? But that devil is all about toxicity. This is bad habits. This is doing things in excess. This is lack of balance, right? This is allowing substances, people, negativity to really take control of you. And so that by holding your vision, I feel like you have like such a powerful presence to hold vision, right? Because Leo is one of the 4 fixed signs. So it's like, if you could stay, it's easy to develop a habit for you, for instance, but when that habit needs to be released, it's also hard to let go of that habit. So it might be something that you're very like mentally aware of what you need to do, but remaining consistent to doing it is very difficult for you, okay? Because you've also got this universe card here. So this is all about the world. This is about closing a chapter. And this full moon is saying, well, what do you need to release in order for this new chapter to really start for you? You're at the precipice, and you know that there's something that you need to stop doing. And it's going to be different for all Leos. But it's destroying you because you've got destruction here. And this is very similar energy that I got in your general reading. If you want to go back and look at Leo's general reading for August of 2024. And it's just like asking you to like really just let it go, surrender. There's something, there's a shift of mentality that I feel like you need to do, because you've remained so consistent to like, not necessarily not being able to change, but you need to shift. You need to shift. Whatever it is that's toxic that's happening in your life that you're doing too much of, you need to change your mentality to shift that hard-headed, fixed, focused in on starting this new chapter that you are destined to do. This is the end of it. The worst of what you've been through has already happened, okay? And it's just really up to you to do what you need to do to change that, okay? So those are the messages I got for you, dear Leo. All right, let's go ahead and get into your reading, Virgo. So Virgo, our question is, what do you need to release? So for this particular full moon in Aquarius, what does Virgo... The Virgo's listening to this message. What does Virgo need to release? Show me what Virgo needs to release. Okay, you've got a couple of things. First thing, your first energy is the new moon eclipse, which is expecting powerful changes. You are good enough. This is the full moon and Virgo energy, right? Which talks about just loving on yourself, respecting yourself, getting into good routines, taking care of your health, taking care of your wealth, making sure that you're good, okay? And then finally, you've got the energy is gaining momentum. I feel like there's a very big cause and effect here. I feel like the work that the message that I'm getting here is like the work that you put into like just cleansing yourself and healing yourself and doing the things that you know are like higher vibrational, that are gonna like help you up there, right? Then you're gonna expect some good changes from that, right? With that energy, it says the energy is gaining momentum. So the more you take care of yourself, the more you check in on yourself, the more and higher likelihood you're gonna be seeing the changes that you would like to see. But let's go ahead and see what this is in regards to. Let's go ahead and clarify this message for Virgo. What is this in regards to? No whammies, no whammies. What is this in regards to? Okay. So, let's see here. Okay. So we've got an 8, a 9, and a 10. I'm just going to put them in order like that. So you've got the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups says despair, but honestly, the energy of the 8 of Cups is just not feeling like you're 100% where you want to be on an emotional level, and having the love and the self-respect and your critical nature, right? Virgos don't go where they're not appreciated. So, but just understanding that you're not going to disrespect yourself by being in anything that's not higher esteem, right? That's not uplifting you in some way. And walking away from things that just really don't serve you, or walking away from just like situations that don't complete you in any way, and really finding, and this is like very solitary energy too with this 9 of Cups, right? This is all about making yourself happy, or like not people pleasing, because that is something that Virgos could possibly do, especially when if you are having people in your energy who are constantly taking advantage of your need to be of service to people. You know, you've got this like putting yourself first mentality. So this is really taking care of yourself. And when you're doing that, maybe even protecting your money. If there are people who are kind of like mooching off of you, you got this 10 of Pentacles here, which talks about increasing your wealth, right? But you increase your wealth by doing things that are right for you, and doing things that negatively take away from you, walking away from those things that are not giving to you at all. So whether that's people, opportunities, anything that's depleting you and is taking away from your own, yourself, your livelihood, your resources, right? You need to walk away from that, okay? And put yourself first. And by doing this, that money's going to be looking good, right? I feel like there's a great potential during this season, or I would say during this full moon period, for you to really like increase your abundance, right? When it comes to like your tangible world, okay? But that really only comes at the result of you putting yourself first, right? Validating your own needs and desires first. All right, so those are the messages I have for you, dear Virgo. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and get into your full moon message. So this is for Libra. Libra, we are looking at what you need to release, okay? Let's see, what does Libra need to release for this full moon? Show me what Libra needs to release. Show me messages for Libra. All right. So the card I got for you is a personal issue reaches resolution. This is the full moon in Cancer, okay? This could, when we have full moon in Cancer energy, this could indicate perhaps disputes, conflicts with people close to you, your family, your friends, people who are just like, that you have an emotional connection to. So if you have been... there's something, I feel like there's something very significant about a lesson that has to be learned about perhaps some type of conflict, but whatever it is coming to conclusion, right? If there was a problem, this full moon period shows a solution, right? Something comes to head where you're able to figure it all out. But let's go ahead and let's clarify this. What does tarot have to do with clarifying for Libra? Clarify this message for Libra. Okay. Could have something to do with a father figure or dad, maybe, because we got the Emperor here. The Emperor is very much like rigid, structured, masculine energy. Could even be a father. We also got like two of cups, or 2 of wands, right? But the message of the card is domination, right? 2 of wands is all about, it's planning energy, it's fire energy that wants to like put forth like some plans into the world, like. But with this together, this could be like a very forceful masculine figure, right? That tries to dominate something, right? That tries to make decisions on the behalf of people, or is just, you know, there's something about that I feel, okay, yeah, so it could be perhaps a father figure, a masculine figure. This could also be your work, because you've got the 8 of Pentacles here. 8 of Pentacles is all about like your actual job, right? This is like how you make your money, your livelihood, what you put your work, your energy, your heart, like your hard work, right? Of how you receive material blessings, or you receive material abundance, right? Is this 8 of Pentacles. So there could be, and because this is also about like rules, laws, regulations, structure, our routines, This could be, there's some type of power play at work, right? So if this is not resolving involving like a familial figure, this could also be like a boss, your job, like there's some issue perhaps with your work, but it's coming to, something is getting solved. This full moon, I feel like there's just going to be a release of energy where that tension was building is just going to fall, and all is going to be right with the world. Okay. And because it's in that Cancer sign, I feel like that the way that it ends up being resolved is more like due to like love, due to understanding, is like letting love win, right? Because that full moon in Cancer is it's very like nurturing energy as well. So it's being able to resolve like conflict, and not in an aggressive or violent way, right? But being able to solve it because it's reasonable, it's rational, and it's beautiful and emotionally fulfilling for both parties to just let it go. It's like, you know what? You do deserve that raise, like whatever it is, right? I feel that something significant happens with you, Libra, around this time where your problems get extinguished. All right, that's what I got for you, dear Libra. All right, greetings, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and get into your full moon message. So remember, this is the question that we are answering is what you need to release for this full moon in Aquarius. Okay, this is for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to release? Show me full moon messages for Scorpio. Show me full moon messages for Scorpio. Ooh. Okay. So, I feel like there's like some type of action, there's some initiation or like some initiatory energy that you are getting into, or that you're releasing. But it says be bold and make the first move, okay? So release those hesitations of being bold, of being secretive, right? Of not getting out there. So your first, this is the cardinal moon. The cardinal moon is like that spark, right? It's all about making changes. It's acting, reacting, is being offensive, defensive, is just being very assertive about what you want, okay? And then you've also got that you are good enough, right? What this is full moon and Virgo energy. So this has to do with just making sure that you're boosting your esteem, like looking at yourself in a critical way of like all the ways in which you are valuable, all the ways in which you deserve everything that you have, right? All the good. And so, and what abundance like has yet to come to you as well, right? When you talk about this full moon Virgo energy, but it's like that understanding of that. So if there's something that you feel like you've been hesitating on, or just not feeling like you have the confidence to really do it, okay? This is all about examining the ways in which you are so valid, in which you are definitely overqualified, okay? And you're being encouraged to make that first move. But let's see what this is in regards to. Let's see what this is in regards to for our Scorpios. Let's have Tarot help us clarify this message for Scorpio, please. Right. So I feel like you've got the page, they call this the Daughter of Earth, but this is really the page of Pentacles, okay? And that page of Pentacles is like, you have something. I feel like there's something that you have to offer. There's an opportunity that, and I don't feel like it's like, it's, how do you say? I don't think it's incoming. I think it's something that you can give. It's something that you really want to give. And by giving it, it's just going to make you feel really good. But I feel like you've kind of been holding back on like giving this part of yourself, okay? So that page of Pentacles, right, Daughter of Earth, is really about like you having something that is very worthy. And it's like, you really want to like dominate this, and just being able, like, you have a plan for it. You've thought about this a million times in your head. Okay. You've gone over it. Two of Wands is all about like, I've planned it. I know exactly how this is going to go, but you've got a lot of mental blockages with this defeat, with this Five of Swords. This is all about, should I, shouldn't I, like just like replaying, unhelpful scenarios about like how everything is going to go. Okay. So I'm not sure what this is in regards to, but it's definitely about you releasing that fear of of inaction. I feel like there's something here where this full moon does not want you, wants to highlight to you. I want to say this full moon wants to show you or highlight to you that it is okay for you to give, right? And to give openly, and to not feel like you are getting played or that you're a sucker or anything like that, okay? I think quite contrary, it adds to your value in that sense, okay? And that there's nothing really for you to like feel bad about, or there's nothing for you to like, don't diminish yourself, right? Okay, offer freely, offer with integrity, offer with love. And no one knows what you can offer unless you do it, okay? So those are the messages I have for you, Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and look at what this illuminated full moon is showing you, okay? So typically during full moons, remember, we want to have a big release, right? Something that we are shedding, we're letting go. So let's go ahead and see what messages we have for you, your Sagittarius. Let's see a message for our Sagittarius for this full moon. Okay. All right, so first message I got for you is this waxing crescent moon, okay? And this is saying that what does it say? Have faith in your dreams. So you're really being asked at this time to release any pessimism, right? And to make sure that you embrace this understanding of where your vision is, okay, Sagittarius? A new romantic cycle begins. This is new moon in Libra, okay? So there could be you could have had possibly some resistance if it comes to like a romantic partner around this time. And maybe it's just someone who just meets all of your qualifications, for those of you who are out there and looking. And you're just like, they met all your, and it's just like, no, this is just too good to be true. But maybe there is a godsend here. Maybe you're just like releasing that fear here, because this is signaling of a new romantic cycle beginning. So let's go ahead and just kind of check this out with some tarot and see how we can clarify this message for you. Clarify this message for Sagittarius. Clarify this message for Sagittarius. I see someone who, okay, hold on. Wow. Look, Sag, hear me out, okay? This is like masculine energy for wealth. This is a man, a gentleman with some coins, okay? You might be something that you've been looking for, or something that makes this person quite attractive. As we know, that can be a factor. But we've got the Father of Earth, which is that King of Pentacles energy, which is just like a mature, abundant, like financially, like I got it, masculine energy, okay? That's coupled also with this like fun, flirty, like I have a wild side, right? Almost like a rock star, somebody who is just wild, kind of maybe a flirt, maybe good in the sheets, right, as well. So got like a long bank and like other things, okay? But also wants a commitment, because the Hierophant is about higher level of commitment. And I feel like for the Sagittariuses that I'm connecting to, I feel like there has been, like, you've been like really hesitant to accepting that someone really is who they say that you're. Like, oh my God, you got, like, you have this, you have that, and you have this, and you, like, it's just like someone marking all of your check boxes of what you really like, want, and desire, almost to the point where you thought that like nobody like this exists, and then here they are, and then they want to have a commitment with you, okay? So I kind of feel like it's someone that's like the partner of your dreams in some sense, okay? And it's just like, well, you've asked for it. Don't you believe that, like, the universe would send you someone who is like this? Like, don't you know that you're good enough for this? Don't you know that you deserve this? Don't you know that you are a wonderful child of God, and that you deserve all of the good things, including the people who are sent before you to just worship the ground that you walk on? Okay? So that's what I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. I'm seeing a new romantic cycle. I'm seeing someone that is just like a great fit to like what you really want, and that also wants a commitment. That's what I see. That's not going to fit for everybody, but those are the messages that I have for Sagittarius. All right, dear Capricorn, let's go ahead and look to see what this full moon in Aquarius is showing you, dear Capricorn. Okay, so full moons, remember, are a time of release. So what do we need to release? What is this full moon showing us for Capricorn? Let's see a full moon message for Capricorn, please. Let's get a full moon message for Capricorn. Okay. Whew, my nose started itching. All right. So, I don't know what you're going through, but it says nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. I feel like you've been a little bit premature about how you think things are going to go, but being careful to kind of work through your fears, this new moon in Scorpio energy. Okay. So I feel like you've been maybe like hyper vigilant, about a certain outcome, perhaps. Okay. And so maybe you need to kind of just like release that kind of thinking. You need to just kind of work through and examine like what it is that you are actually afraid of, working or not working in this scenario. And just to understand that things are not finished yet. Nothing is yet set in stone. This is the mutable moon. This is a time of changes, right? This is like what you'd expected or didn't expect happening, right? But this is not a time where you've gotten a firm conclusion on matters, okay? And so it's time for you to just kind of like understand what it is that you're actually afraid of, and why you are prematurely like going into like one direction. So that's the message of the full moon. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Let's see if we can get a little more texture to this. Let's clarify this message for Capricorn. Okay. Okay. So very good omen, actually. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, right? Or here in this deck, they call it the Son of Earth, but this is the Knight of Pentacle energy, which is very perseverance, is very diligent. It's about like putting on one pant leg at a time. It's like doing the work, right? Showing up every day with that consistency. And it's like there's something also about with this kind of energy, if you like just putting one foot forward, right, and continuing to work on whatever it is, it's almost like you're in transitory phase, right? Like you might not be able to see how far you're going, and maybe you feel like you're working on something and you're not seeing a lot of results. But this is saying if you are staying the course and you're staying true and consistent and doing the work, whether you know it or not, right? And this is the card of knowledge, right? But this is all about transitory phase. This is about journeys. This is about going from one phase to another phase, okay? And you might not be able, like even sometimes you could be on a plane and you don't know that you're going, like, I don't know how fast planes go, 900 miles per hour, okay? But, you know, you get up, you stand up, you go to that little lavatory, that bathroom that's like 2 feet across. And like you have no idea that you're in space, literally, like you are in the air going 900 miles per hour, right? But it doesn't really quite feel like it. And then boom, hours later, you're at your destination, okay? So there's this feeling of just like kind of monotony, like just like I'm here, I keep doing this, but not really seeing the work. So I'm seeing that like maybe you have this fear of failure. You have this fear of like you're just working on something and there is no rhyme or reason. You just don't not really like seeing the value, or you're not seeing the materialization of what you kind of expect. But rest assured, you are making the journey, you're doing things, you're just not being able to feel it, okay? Because you do have this victory. So 6 of Wands, right? 6 of Wands is all about that very like victorious energy. It's just about like achieving your goal, achieving the objective, like boom, I did it, okay? But I feel like you sometimes, or around this time, you're really just kind of like releasing some of those fears that you're not really doing anything. Okay. So this is, I don't really know what this, you have to relate this to whatever is kind of dominant in your life right now. So this is going to be surrounding something that you've really been putting in a lot of effort and attention on. And it's just like you're not really feeling like you're getting any leeway, you're not seeing any results, okay? But I'm seeing that you really are, you're doing more work than you actually realize. So work through why you're thinking so negatively about what, have you ever failed before, Capricorn? Like, you don't fail, so you don't even like have to worry about that. You're probably not even watching this reading, to be honest with you, because you don't need any help. You're fine. You're good. Okay. So you are making way, Capricorn. You're doing really great. And I feel like this full moon, you are just releasing those fears. And this is just a confirmation that you're on the right track. All right. Those are the messages I have for you, Capricorn. All right. And let's get to Aquarius. So Aquarius, let's go ahead and see what this full moon has in store for you on August 19th. And the full moon is going to be in your sign, right? Which is in opposition to your sister sign, Leo, or brother sign, whatever. But let's see what's in store for Aquarius. What is this full moon showing Aquarius to release at this period? Show me messages for Aquarius. Show me messages for Aquarius. Okay. Ooh. All right. So Aquarius, I feel like you're really like, confidence is key right now. Okay. If you've been kind of like putting others forward, or maybe not even that, I don't know, like Aquarius, if that's even really an Aquarian thing to do, but maybe just not feeling like a lot of like not having a lot of confidence in yourself and your thoughts and your work and what you're doing and what your objectives or missions are. I feel like you could have been waning, and I feel like there's something that happens in this full moon period where you're really being asked to be bold and make the first move. Okay, so this is cardinal energy, so you're really being asked to like exert around this time. Exert energy. What you need to release is any hesitancy, any stagnancy. That's what you need to release around this time. And that you're going to be able to do this. You're going to justify it by like just like unapologetically, like just radical self-love of what your vision is, of what you're really trying to do. That's going to be your key to really like pushing yourself out there. Okay. And you're going to be able to do that by being like by having like a lot of like assertive initiatory energy around this time. Let's see what this is in regards to. Let's have tarot clarify some of this, please. What is this in regards to for Aquarius? Love to see it. Six of Wands, victory. Also Leo energy here. Okay, coming in very quickly with that Eight of Wands. A lot of fire energy here. And Page of Wands. Lots of fire. You are like really taking, for the Aquarians that I'm connecting to, you're taking full advantage of this fire energy being a Leo season right now, okay? You're like embodying that Leo. If you've like maybe there's things like maybe you've recently changed the way you look in some way, right? Because that like this could be like a new hairstyle, new clothes, new exercise routine. Maybe you lost a little bit of weight, maybe you gained muscle. There's something that you've really been working on, and I feel like it's kind of like boosted your confidence in some way, okay? And that you're really able to kind of just like put yourself out there. But I feel like it's like playful, fun energy, whatever it is that you're doing. Like you're being able to, you're seeing the effects of it, right, in this full moon period, right? And I just feel like you're looking good, like you're getting messages about it too, right? With that, because this is also the messenger card. And then with this Daughter of Fire, which is that Page of Wands energy, this is just like fun. Not necessarily flirty, but this is just getting in touch more with your inner child and really just getting out there, right? And feeling silly, right? Even like doing all of this and not really like having a care in the world, and like laying back any judgment, especially on yourself. I'm seeing you taking yourself very seriously at this time. But while you're taking yourself seriously, it's like you're working on yourself. There's a lot of internal work that I feel like you're undergoing around this time. And let me see, this could also be you really getting involved in a new hobby or activity that you really start seeing a lot of success in it. It's accelerating, Okay. And it really just happens when you just have like this burst of energy, right? So in terms of what this full moon is showing you, I feel like it is showing you that like you are the key to whatever your success is, okay? And really like highlighting yourself and making sure that you're working on yourself and having confidence in yourself, okay? So those are the messages I got for you, dear Aquarius. Happy full moon. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and take a look at what this full moon is showing you. This is the full moon in Aquarius, but let's see what the message is for you. Let's see what messages that we can get for Pisces. Let's see a message for Pisces for this full moon energy. That's the full moon in Aquarius on August 19th. What message do I have for Pisces? What message do I have for Pisces? Okay. The answers you need are coming. This is a full moon in Gemini, okay? So in terms of releasing, I feel like at this point in time, like do not get confident that, or do not have this confident idea that like all that you've confirmed, whatever situation that we're talking about here, okay? If you felt confused about something or you really wanted things to come to a resolution, and maybe you are just like, you've just resigned yourself to just thinking like, I don't know, I'm just going to let it go. I feel like something is going to make sense here, okay? There's going to be some type of discovery that you're going to come upon, and it's going to be the answers that you need. So let's go ahead and... Okay. All right. I saw this, the first thing that came out was the Seven of Swords, Deception. I'm putting it back in because I hadn't quite shuffled it. But if it comes out again, it's definitely a message for you. But the answers you need are coming. Let's see. Let's clarify this message for Pisces. Let's clarify this message for Pisces. What are these answers that Pisces... What are these answers? Okay. I think it definitely has something to do with like a friend group. This Three of Cups is all about going out. These are your acquaintances, people that you go out with. Maybe you have drinks with, you have fun with, you have dinner parties with, right? It's just your associates. But I feel that there is some conflict between that, maybe in a friend group, okay? Because that Five of Swords is conflict, but this is conflict. I'm sorry, this is swords? No. This is wands, okay? This is competition. This is jealousy. This is too many cooks in a kitchen where there's just too many people involved. So there could be like a little bit of like drama in like your circle, so to speak, okay? And I feel like there's definitely some things kind of kicking off with this Son of Air, right? Which is the Knight of... right. Yeah, this is the Knight of Swords, okay? So I feel like something is being revealed to you, and it's kind of really, it's coming in hot. It's coming in hot, and it has something to do about a conflict that's within. I really think it has something to do with your friends or your associations. And this full moon, whatever like secrets or whatever's been blocked up that you haven't figured out, it's coming. It's coming out. I feel like there's something like that's revealed around this full moon where like the truth is going to be revealed, okay? So those answers are coming. You might have just forgotten about it or thought like, okay, well, that was the end of that. No, it's not the end of that. Something about this full moon period, you're getting some answers here, and it definitely has something to do with your friend group. There's some drama, there's some conflict, and these messages, they're coming in hot. So that's what I got for you. Let me know, Pisces, how it goes, okay? But that's what I got for you. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and take a look at you. So Aries, we are looking at your full moon message for this full moon that's in the sign of Aquarius on August 19th. Let's see what messages we have for Aries. So just remembering in full moons, we are looking for a release. So what do you need to release, or what is this full moon showing you? What is the message for Aries? Show me the message for Aries for this full moon energy. Whoa, okay. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. This is a full moon in Libra energy, okay? So I kind of feel like whatever you've been putting your energy into, this is just a lucky season for you, okay? And there's something that's significant about this full moon where it's just like, it doesn't even matter which direction you choose to go to. Maybe you could be giving too much weight on going here or going there. It doesn't matter. Like, you're forecasted to win regardless. You cannot make a mistake. Okay. This is all I do is win, 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 no matter what, or whatever he said. Okay. So you are definitely in like I feel like a good phase. Like, this full moon is being very, like, God has favorites, and it might be you. It might be you for this full moon period, okay? So I see like luck is on your side. There's something like very lucky about this period of time where you're just being handed or given opportunities that are going to be very helpful for you around this time. Let's clarify this with some tarot though. We got success. Okay, this is Six of, what is that? Pentacles. Yes, this is Six of Pentacles. So you could be having lots of benefactors, people being very generous towards you, very giving around this time. Let's see. You've also got the Hierophant. So perhaps this has to do with an institution, or perhaps like if you're related, you're committed and you're in a relationship, right? There's something where your significant other becomes like extremely generous towards you, or maybe they win something and you're a benefactor of that as well. Like, the word that I'm getting is benefactor. I feel like you are receiving some blessing from very auspicious circumstances that are going to be around you around this full moon. Okay, it's magic. And yes, it's going to be adding to your home life. Perfection. You've got the Four of Wands, right? Four of Wands is all about your stability. So this is an increase to your stability, okay? And you're going to be able to receive this increase in stability by something that's of a very generous nature that's coming in, okay? So this is like someone, something, but it's like something is coming in and it's like just like sprinkling abundance on you, and it's just like, oh my God, like, where did all of this come from, right? It's yours for the taking. This is your God's favorite this season. That's I gotta say it, you're God's favorite this season. This is the best one so far. So Aries, that's what I got for you. Look out for some abundant blessings. I see being kind of just shoveled your way during this full moon period, so enjoy those. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and take a look at this full moon message that I've had for you for August 19th of 2024. And this is going to be the full moon in Aquarius. So remember, full moon energy, we are looking at what we need to release. But let's go ahead and see what this full moon is showing the sign of Taurus. So this is for the sign of Taurus. What is the message for the sign of Taurus for this full moon energy? Show me messages for the sign of Taurus. Show me messages for the sign of Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Okay, you've got similar energy than a few signs ago. I don't remember who it was, but it says the answers you need are coming. You could be beefing with the Pisces, okay? There's something about, as I believe I had this for Pisces, I'm not exactly sure, but the answers that you need are coming. So this talks about, when we talk about Gemini energy, this is new full moon in Gemini. So this is the release of perhaps a certain conversation. This has something to do with communication. Maybe there was a conversation that you've been rehashing in your head, but not necessarily so. But it's like maybe there are some things that were left unsaid, or perhaps there were some conclusions that you just accepted, and maybe like, and you just kind of let it go, but you didn't get all the answers that you wanted. But I feel like there's something about this full moon where it's reopening up something that has to do with your communication, and that you're going to be receiving some information here, okay? Let's go ahead and see what this is about, though. Show me what this is about. The answers you need are coming. Let's clarify this message for Taurus. Let's clarify this message for Taurus. Let's clarify. This definitely, I feel like, okay, I don't know. Let's see. So, this definitely has something to do with your stability, right? With this equilibrium. If things are out of balance, I'm seeing a maternal figure of some sort kind of step in, because we got the Mother of Earth. This could also be you. So this is you perhaps even offering stability. And then we have stability. This is the Four of Wands, right? I'm sorry. This is the Four of Pentacles. Yes, Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles is all about stability, which is getting rooted. But this stability card also has to do something with your finances. This has to do with being frugal, with really just holding back savings, right? In a sense, I feel like there could be something that you need to be saving. Like I feel like I'm on a monetary phase. You're looking, you're balancing things out. Okay, so maybe there's something that's revealed in your finances. Maybe this full moon, you're just like releasing the delusion. Maybe you've gone like haywire with your spending, and now you're just, this full moon is releasing, like this full moon is you acknowledging that there's some type of budgetary issues that need to be adhered to, right? With this Four of Pentacles and this Two of Pentacles as well. It's about being like balanced in your approach, and it has something to do with like how you balance your household, right? If this is you, and this is you, this is your energy, Taurus, like this Mother of Earth, which is the Queen of Pentacles. This is making sure that your home is in good standing, right? That you are comfortable, but also that you're being practical about the resources that are coming in and out of your house. So I see that the answers that you need are coming. Like I feel like there is perhaps a conversation that needs to be had, or maybe that you're even having with yourself, where something is being revealed about your finances at this time. I find that that's going to be the reveal for you for this particular full moon. All right, that's what I got for you, Taurus. Okay, Gemini, let's see what this full moon in the sign of Aquarius is showing you for this August 19th period. Okay, so we're looking at full moons. Remember, full moon is a time to release. So what do you need to release, or what is this full moon showing you? Okay, what's being illuminated for Gemini in this full moon period? Let's see, messages for Gemini. Okay, I'm just going to say it. It just kind of came out and I felt like it needed to. But you've got this full moon in Pisces energy, which is talking about balancing practicality and spirituality, okay? So this is all about making sure that you are maintaining a very temperate lifestyle, okay? This is not going overboard or going in excess in any direction. Because I feel like if you do this, you've got this card, the Void Course of Moon, that nothing will happen of the situation. So this is really a warning, I kind of feel like, to make sure that wherever you are, Gemini, if you know that you've been walling out, you're doing the most right now, nothing good is going to come out of that. If you're pushing yourself too hard, you're working all these hours, and it's not balanced, nothing is going to come out of that, okay? If you're in a relationship and you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, you're getting resistance, nothing good is going to come out of that. So whatever it is that you are doing in excess, right, or you're doing to no avail, I feel like this is a instrumental time where you need to release that, okay? And making sure that you are aligning yourself to a very like balanced approach, okay? That you're not in like obsession mode, okay? That's what I kind of feel for you. That's what you need to release. Let's go ahead and just clarify this. Let's see if we can get some more clarifying energy for this. Give it a little bit more texture. Let's clarify this message for Gemini, please. Okay, you got the Ten of Pentacles, which talks about your wealth. Wow, okay. All right. So the message I feel like you've really just kind of been chasing a lot of financial abundance around this time. You're looking at your legacy. You're looking at maybe even inheritances, okay? And about where to kind of like take this, right? So if you've been in an obsessive mode, where in an excessive mode when it comes to your like a tangible world, your material world, being careful of that. I feel like there's a change that you need to make in terms of your mentality or the way that you think about things, right? And you need to just walk away from, because this is despair. This is the Eight of Cups. This is all about walking away from states of mind where we are emotionally dissatisfied. You need to walk away from things that aren't really serving you, things that aren't helping you to really like to get to where you know you want to be to. So it's just like not plundering like your energy and things that are not growing at this time, okay? Because perhaps you've gotten a little complacent, you've gotten a little comfortable where you are, okay? I feel that there is this tendency that you've kind of like lost your spiritual edge, right? That you're paying too much attention to like the have and have nots of the material world, right? So maybe this is an urge for you that, and that there's nothing good is going to come out of you just like chasing money, right? Or chasing finances, that it's gonna, or chasing status quo, the position. There's something about that of keeping that in check, okay? Because that's the direction that you're going into, and that you need to have a shift in mindset to really like walk away from being hyper fixated on the accumulation of things, okay? That it's comfortable, but it's not necessarily like good for you in a spiritual way where it's like helping you to grow, because nothing good will come of this situation is what it's saying. So yeah, that's the message I'm getting for you. I would just suggest like more, like being more mindful, incorporating more mindful practices into your daily life, like just meditating, praying, whatever it is that you have to kind of like stay centered, and to just spend a little bit more time in your own thoughts and in your own spirit, and trying to develop your spiritual guidance, right? Or your spiritual compass in some way. Okay, so that's what I got for you, dear Gemini. I hope that was helpful. All right, and last but not least, let's go ahead and get into Cancer. So Cancer, this is your reading or your messages for the full moon. It's going to be in the sign of Aquarius on August 19th. So remember, Cancer, the full moons are a time for us to release, okay? So we want to see what this full moon is showing the sign of Cancer. What is this full moon showing? This is for the sign of Cancer. Show me the message for the full moon in the sign of Cancer, please. Show me messages. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is the new moon in Virgo energy. It's a time to give rather than take, okay? So there could be something that's illuminated around this full moon to help you release. Maybe you've recently been in the scarcity mindset where you're like kind of hoarding, or you're accepting too graciously the gifts of others, and that people are so abundantly bestowing upon you. Maybe it's time for you to kind of just like re-examine the grace that people are giving you. It's time for you to like not just be grateful of that, but to show that gratitude by giving a little bit more of yourself, okay? So that's kind of what I'm getting. That's that new moon and Virgo energy. So this is like, you don't have to like give people in just a financial way. Like giving to people is like acts of service. There's all kinds of things that you can do to kind of like give to those that you feel kind of help you in some way. Let's go ahead and clarify that. We'll add a little bit more to this message. Let's clarify this message for Cancer, please. A time to give rather than take. Okay. Ultimately, I feel that there's something that you need to release. I feel like you're in a period where you're being a bit childish with this Page of Wands. This is very like childlike energy, which is okay. But when we're staying in energy that is too little like that, it makes us like the recipient of others caring for us in some way. And I feel like that is being really illuminated around this time. So Cancer, you could have someone, perhaps like a father figure, not necessarily, but this is a divine masculine energy that just wants to be devoted to you. And this could be also yourself as well, because you are a water sign, right? Where you have to show that you could flip that switch from paying so much attention to your inner child, where you're being very childish and indulging in all your childish fantasies, and that you could switch that and to be the most compassionate, loving, devoted person, charismatic person, right? And to really be able to like extend that love to others as well. I feel like there's something that's very playful, that's very illusionary about your energy around this time too. Things aren't quite as they seem, okay? Or you could just be in a state where you're not able to really see how you're being. So being very cognizant of that. If you're listening to this message and you're just this might be just a sign for you to just be a little more aware of how you're being perceived, okay? Making sure that you're not feeling like your head is in the sands. You're like, oh, your head is in the clouds, and you're just like zoning out, okay, so to speak. So if you feel like you've been on the short end of things where you're the one, I feel like for the Cancers that I'm giving this message to, you're really just needing to just give a little bit more of yourself and to enact more of that like nurturing role, okay? And give up the games, right? So that's what I got for you, Cancer. I hope this was helpful for anyone who listened to this message in its entirety. I appreciate you guys, love you guys. And we've got this full moon. Make sure that you do your full moon, tap into that energy. This is a great time, really for just tuning in for what we need to let go of. Okay. So I hope this was helpful to anyone who listened to this message in its entirety. My name is Tifa. I do tarot, and I also do full moon readings as well. So you can get in touch with me if you just check out the description of this video. You can see the links in my about section to my Calendly, and all my other social media links as well. Have a great full moon season. Love you guys. Bye.